Oh boy, is it already that time of day again? It is. Welcome back, guys and gals. JJ here, schooloftrade.com. I have another awesome psychology video for you guys and gals here today. In today's psychology lesson, I'm going to keep building on the strategy of using our trading journal. And more specifically today, I want to talk about how to use your trading journal to become the absolute best trader you can possibly be. Today, I'm going to paint a vivid picture for you so you can understand the mindset of the best traders in the world, and hopefully you'll use this to inspire yourself to model your behavior in similar ways. Before I go into today's lesson though, I need to remind you, right, this psychology video is the most recent in a series of videos that I publish every week on this YouTube channel. And these videos, they build on the topics we've already discussed. So this is the first time you're watching. It's great to meet you, but you might want to go back and start from the beginning of this series of videos. Not to worry, I'll put a link up top here at the video here today on YouTube, right? Follow that link, go back to the beginning, right, and watch because they all build, right, on each other. All right, I also want to remind you, if you're on the YouTube channel right now, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the little bell icon, right? So you always get notified every time I post something new. And if you really want to stay in tune with everything here at School of Trade, make sure you head over to the homepage and join the mailing list so you never miss another video. Also want to remind you too, all the text in this video, I'll put the link in the description of the YouTube video, that link that you can read all the text that goes along with this video as well. All right, guys, got that out of the way. Let's get into today's lesson. Question for you. What makes a great trader? Not a good trader, not a profitable trader, but a great trader. To answer this question, let me first start by telling you what a good trader looks like. A good trader trades to earn money, that's true, but they focus more on trading not to lose money. And by doing that, they earn enough to survive, to feed their families, but they never earn the freedom and the lifestyle that great traders earn. Yeah, good traders, right? They trade to pay the bills rather than trade to be the best. Good traders definitely have a strategy that works. They know it works, they know it well, and they execute that strategy with discipline. When things go wrong, good traders work hard to fix them, and they get back on track. Good traders, they work a few hours each day. That's the nice thing about trading. They cash their paycheck and they live their lives like regular people. Good traders are similar to most people. They stay in their lane, they don't rock the boat, and they succeed in life because of it. Great traders, however, they're cut from a completely different cloth. Great traders are competitive with themselves, competitive with other traders, competitive with the markets they trade. Great traders have a strategy that works, but they're always looking to make it better. Great traders work hard when times get tough, but I'll tell you, great traders, they work even harder when times are good, which almost always eliminates the down times when times get tough. Great traders, they know their strengths and they seek to work to their strengths in everything they do. They surround themselves with their strengths. Great traders, they trade to win, because they have an emotional connection to that success. And even more importantly, great traders, right, are connected to the possibility of failure as well. It's easy to see. Being a great trader doesn't have much to do with the actual trading strategy, does it? It's all about personality. It's all about the lifestyle choices that we make each day. Some people are born this way. You know, I've met a few people who are born like this. Most people, right, have to work at it to be great. But either way, it's that passion. It's that fire in your belly, right, to be the best. It's the mindset that anything else besides success is unacceptable, no matter what sacrifices have to be made along the way. Good traders make money, they certainly do, but great traders do it for more than the money. They do it for the lifestyle. They do it for the freedom. They do it because that's who they are. In their mind, right, they're committed to being the best versions of themselves. That's the most important part of their mindset. So, you know, we've talked a lot about trading journals in the last few videos. How can we use our trading journal to put us on the same level as those great traders? You know, how can we get up that ladder and go from good to great, right? Better yet, how can we use our trading journal to motivate us to become great traders? Well, let's think about this for a second. Our journal really is useful at showing us two things: patterns in our trading and patterns in our decisions and mindset. Now, in my previous lesson, I talked about the importance of identifying those patterns so you can then do more of the productive patterns and less of the destructive patterns. But remember, in your journal, these are just words. They don't have much value until we decide to give them value. And these words have value when we associate the costs and the benefits, right, to each of them. In other words, those words in your journal aren't going to motivate you to become a great trader until you visualize the benefits of the productive patterns. And more importantly, you visualize vividly the costs of those destructive patterns. For example, I was just talking to a client this week in the trade room. Amazing guy, hardworking, dedicated, loves trading, fully committed, wants to be successful. I really enjoy working with him. But he keeps taking profit way too quickly. In other words, he struggles with letting his winners run, right? He cuts his winners too early. So I said to him, let's think about the costs of this destructive pattern, right? Because we've already talked about this in previous lessons, right? Letting our winners run, it's a difficult thing to get over, but we have to, right? And so I said, okay, this destructive pattern, this is a negative pattern you're trading. Let's talk about the costs of this pattern. What is this pattern costing you? And I said, first, every time you cut your winners too early, you make your losses that much bigger by comparison. When you use small 3, 4, 5 tick targets, you have to be right a lot. You're going to have a high winning percentage because one losing trade, right, 10 or 15 tick loss, right, takes back 3 or 4 winning trades. Second, another cost, and most importantly, when you cut your winners too early, you never really grow as a trader. In other words, if you have a trouble letting your winners run, if you never let your trade really work for you, let's be honest, you never really see where your trading ideas can take you, right? It puts a ceiling on your development as a trader, doesn't it? Right? If you never get a chance to see that 100-tick winner on crude, if you never see that 10-point runner on the S&P, right? You mentally never get to take that next step up the ladder. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense, right? If not, right, put a comment below the video. We'll talk more about it later. So in this example, if he was to use a trading journal to identify this destructive pattern, right, cutting winners too early, and then most importantly, if he really thinks about the costs and visualizes the costs of this destructive pattern, not only to his trade account, but to his mindset, once he realizes that cutting his winners too early doesn't just cost him tons of money over the course of his career, but more importantly, his mindset now is fear-based because one stop loss, one losing trade, right? And he loses all the winning trades he's taken all day or all week, right? Talk about walking up to the plate with 2 strikes against you. Now, once he puts emotion behind the pattern of cutting his winners too early, then he's going to be motivated to make the needed changes, no matter how hard those changes are. Because remember, guys, it is not easy to change, especially if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, right? You've been building those habits for decades at this point in your life. Now, another thing we talked about in the trade room is that he's making money each day doing this, right? He's consistently profitable while using this destructive pattern, right? How can you argue with that, right? So wait a second, Joe. You want me to change my trading habits when I'm making profit every day? Are you crazy? I guess I am, right? I guess I am. Remember we said this earlier. Another thing that separates the good from the greatest traders is that great traders are always improving even when they're consistently profitable. And that takes guts. Do you have those guts? Do you have the guts to look at your journal, see green numbers, positive numbers at the end of the day and at the end of the week, and still wake up early on Saturday morning, right, to find ways to get better next week? That's the definition of a great trader. They use their journal to discover patterns. They then visualize the costs of those destructive patterns and the benefits of the productive patterns, because that's the only way to motivate true change. Then they attack the destructive patterns because they know those destructive patterns are robbing them of success. They also attack their productive patterns because they know that those are their strengths. And they want to surround themselves with their strengths, maximize their strengths, leveraging those strengths, because becoming great at what you're already good at, that's the key. Find out what you're good at and then keep pushing that button over and over again to become great at it, right? And guys, if you learn one thing from this video today, I hope you'll remember this. The emotional response is the key to motivation. The key to motivation is getting emotion involved, right? And motivation is the key to becoming great, no matter what your goals are in this life. The emotional response is the key to motivation, and motivation is the key to being great, no matter what your goals are. Saying that you want to be a great trader isn't enough, because a few losing trades, a few sleepless nights, and you're going to lose that mindset like that. Watching motivational videos on YouTube isn't enough either, guys, because once that video is over, it's you that needs to put the hard work into your career. It's you that needs to get out of bed at the crack of dawn tomorrow to push the sled, not the guru on stage on that YouTube video with the fancy watch and the expensive suit. Too many people avoid true change because they think someone else will do it for them. So they read another book, they watch another video, they attend another seminar, delay, procrastinate, take the easy route. Don't look it right in the face until one day they look back and they think, man, I really never accomplished what I really wanted to. I never really became a great trader. I never really became a great fill in the blanks. It doesn't matter. Right? And it was all because they didn't use a journal in a methodical way, right? They didn't recognize the patterns, they didn't visualize the costs and the benefits of those patterns, and they didn't attack relentlessly until they evolved into the greatest trader that they can become. One more thing, something important I want to leave you with today. You know, I grew up as a kid who was always cutting corners. I'll be very honest with you. I was always taking shortcuts. I was always looking for the easiest way to get the job done. An example, I was smart enough to pretty much do no homework. I never studied in school, and I got pretty good grades. Went to college, did it there too, right? And it got me through my youth. Keyword, got me through my youth. But it wasn't until I was in my early 30s that I began to realize this wasn't the way I wanted to live the rest of my life. I was tired of things not being done correctly. I was sick of looking back in the wake of my life, right? Looking at my work and seeing that it could have been done better. I wanted more. I wanted to be different than the person I saw in the rearview mirror. So I decided one day to make a change. I decided to set a higher standard for myself and for my life. I decided that doing it right was the only way to do it, period. Yes, it takes more effort, and yes, it's not easy, but it lasts. And more importantly, you can build on it. You can build on that foundation. Money can't do it. Other people can't do it. Tony frickin' Robbins can't do it. Only you. Starting today, when you're writing in your journal, add some attitude, right? Add some vigor, add some swagger, right? Add that higher standard. Raise the bar in your journal. Your journal should say, right, kind of paraphrasing it, right? I'm Joseph. I don't accept anything else besides the best. I'm willing to invest the time, develop the skills, and develop the mindset to make it happen. Your journal isn't just words on paper. It's fuel for your trading journey. It's fuel to get whatever you want. It's the motivation. Do this for everything in your life. Your day job, if you have one, your trading career, your health, your relationships, whatever you put inside your life, make that commitment, raise that bar, have that attitude, and don't accept anything else besides the best. Make the decision to set the higher standard right now. And make sure when you read your journal, you can see that attitude that you won't accept anything but great. Boy, what a powerful lesson on becoming a great trader. I really hope today's video resonates as much with you as it did with me when I was writing it. Wrapping things up, I hope you found a ton of value in today's lesson. So do me a favor, will you? Drop me a comment below this video with any additional topics you'd like to see me cover in my next psychology video. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you found value. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And please don't forget to share this video with a friend. And don't forget, you can find me every morning, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, working hard in my trade room, right? Finding all those Cobra trades, right? We talked about in our last video. And of course, working hard with all of our members here at School of Trade. I got a great free trial on the homepage, schooltrade.com. Check that out. I got an awesome nightly newsletter every evening, right? Where I never settle for anything less than greatness, right? And I'm excited to see you again soon on my next video. Guys, my name is Joseph. I really appreciate you spending your time with me here each day on these psychology videos. Be well out there. Be nice to each other. Raise that standard. Raise that bar, right? And I'll see you guys next time. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.